Hey everybody, Huples Cat. Just going to do a quick introduction to a new series I'm going to do about every 1 or 2 weeks. And what I'm going to do is focus on a prepper myth or a prepper error. And to give you a quick idea of what I'm going to be talking about, I did my inch bags will kill preppers series, a couple of videos for that. Surprisingly well viewed, very badly done videos. I was desperately trying to use video techniques and it didn't work. So I'm going to revisit that about why an inch bag for most preppers is stupid and will kill you. But I also want to revisit other things that we focus on. What do preppers focus on online? Bug out bags, right? Bug out bags. But nobody really talks about where they're going. So that's kind of an error. Most people, if they talk about it at all, where they're bugging out to is a secondary home, aka cottage, farm, homestead. Okay, so why are you carrying all this stuff? So that's another interesting fact. I want to talk about that. The focus is on the bag and what goes in the bag, and some of them are really complicated. But the focus is on what you do when you get there, or where you're going. And I think we need to be focused more on that than the sexier stuff. Another one I want to talk about is guns. Why guns in most scenarios for most preppers will kill you, and are not a great idea as a go-to security device. That will be somewhat controversial. I understand that most of my preppers, people who sub me, and most preppers are actually very, very addicted to the whole concept that a gun means freedom. No, a gun means killing people, and a gun means you can be killed, and it means tyranny. It means tyranny of fear. It means people can push into you in a superstore and you don't tell them to get to the effing back, because there could be people out of gun and shoot you. Anyway, in the here and now, I can see why people have a lot of guns, and in SHTF, in a heavy gun area, I would definitely have guns. But as a go-to security, no. Anyway, I'll talk about that. I also want to talk about some of the other issues with prepping that we don't talk about. There's a heavy focus on communications, but there's no focus at all on how we're all going to communicate with each other in SHTF. We're very isolating ourselves here. Without modern technology like YouTube and Facebook and Patreon and all the other things, you're going to be pretty isolated. More isolated than people guess, and having a couple of bow things isn't really going to solve that issue. I have them, and for me and Leslie to communicate if we're actually separated in SHTF, which I really don't plan on doing. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about solar panels versus visible versus invisible solar panels, because frankly visible solar panels is a big target in SHTF no matter where you live. I want to talk about the myth of the golden horde. I want to talk about the myth of survival, that you can prep to survive, when the truth is you need a heck of a lot of luck. If you're lucky, prepping will help. Prepping wrong won't help, so that's why I want to talk about prepping, prepping with guns. And that's really kind of all I'm coming up with, but I want to talk about sources of information and what we're focused on, why we're interested sociologically and psychologically in catastrophe, what that says about us, what that says about society, because all those things are kind of relevant. And that's about all from me, and hope you're having a great week, and yeah, toodaloo and au revoir. Huples Cat out.